Oh, what was your favorite hero?
I think I remember I like to role play Storm. Right, and then sometimes I change my mind and I want to be
Rogue.
I like to be Rogue. I don't know. I like to manipulate your brain.
It worked. I married you, baby. Special Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, this I'm looking forward to. Not trailer, but actual in animation for X-Men 97.
Yeah, a lot of people are waiting for this.
People are waiting for this because I'm not the only one who had gripes about the animation from the original series. Apparently it wasn't always bad. Longtime fans who, were in the know said that it just got worse through each season, almost like they got sloppier or they just ran out of budget or just, they kind of outsourced to people who just graduated from animation school. But it's like one of those schools where it's like a fake school, like Trump University kind of thing. So this I'm really curious about because this is something that was a deal breaker for me. Like I did not want to watch the series because the animation was so freaking atrocious. Both in terms like the way they drew it, because sometimes it was just weird looking. Something was off, but also like the number of frames that they used wasn't enough. So you sometimes have fast action sequences that just felt very stilted, but also the animation style, because I think style can fix a lot of that. So, I was referencing how anime oftentimes uses a lot less frames in their animation. Yeah, it looks very stylized. It looks very cool because of the technique they use. So it makes a difference.
Wow.
So we're going to check back to back here. This is a fight sequence. Probably one of the best fights, from the comic books. Fighting the Sentinels. And
really?
some little behind the scenes going on too here. So I have such high hopes for this, but,
Don't be, then you'll be disappointed.
And you don't want to disappoint John Lee. I represent voices of millions, middle-aged geeks who are still holding on to their childhood dreams, thinking that somehow my opinion matters. By the way, when there's some wicked wild stories about Vegas, you gotta check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
Oh, it's not animated, it's real. Oh shit, you're in trouble. It's WWE move.
Greetings, enemy mine. Might I induce you to a change of heart? Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful involuntary friendship.
That's cool. Yeah! Woo!
Wow.
That was pretty freaking awesome.
To me, my X-Men. Cyclops. Jean Grey.
We'll always be family.
Storm.
I am lightning.
Rogue.
Heads up.
Gambit.
Too hot to handle.
Jubilee. Beast.
Welcome.
And Wolverine.
Scary enough, bub?
They're all back in 10 new episodes.
The X-Men are here to stay.
Don't miss the all-new X-Men 97,
really
only on Disney
nailing it
Plus.
Nostalgia is so strong. Dang.
X-Men 97 is not a reboot of the original series, but literally a next day continuation.
Come on, let's go.
I love this. I love it.
Everything Charles fought for now belongs to me.
Like in the 90s show, we're keeping the themes of those stories that were so powerful.
No more mutants!
But adapting it for a brand new audience.
What must we do to be good enough?
The animation is absolutely beautiful. Sentinels. True to the original.
Heads up!
Oh, much better than
It's so
original.
wonderful
You
to
kidding me?
revisit the series. So much of the cast is back. We're even in the same studio.
Wow.
I am Storm.
I love Storm.
She's
30 years
awesome.
ago, we had no idea how much our show was affecting the whole world.
This show is the perfect combination of characters and style. And, of course, the theme song.
Yes!
Buckle up, team. Surrender, mutant.
I think some is pretty kick-ass, man. You gotta
The show
admit.
is representing the past while being unique.
It's everything you want from a new X-Men series.
Whoa.
I mean,
They really bring us back to our childhood.
whatever skepticism I had, it almost seemed like the people who were working on this time were fans of the original too, and realized, man, if I had a chance to fix all this, I would do it. If I could do it the way I want to do it, which is a continuation of the series, bring back all the originals and just make it for today's audience.
Right. So do you think it would matter though? Because then their voices are a little older, or like.
What's an older voice to you?
I don't know.
Hello, I'm a little
Lower
baby.
tone.
Hey, now I'm Wolverine grown up. I'm older.
But I guess they're professional voice actors.
I think that's
so-
the beauty of voice acting,
know.
is like your voice will always. That's right. The guy who played Optimus Prime, right, from the cartoon from back in the day, that was from the
true.
same thing back in the day.
The same person, babe?
Yeah, it was the same person from
Whoa,
all these years.
that's
Yeah.
impressive. Wow.
So, like, why not? You totally
Right.
can. That's the point of being a
Right.
voice actor. You can go to work in your undies or your panties, whichever one it is, if you're feeling lazy.
Okay, somehow it's going to change.
What, the panties?
No, the voice.
Oh.
When you...
I would say this. The minute that woman hit the Storm, I am Storm! I'm like, fuck, that was it right there. One take, you're done.
Who were
sounds
you
like me.
trying to be when you were little watching this? Like,
What was my favorite superhero?
yeah, like, isn't that what it's always like? I want to be a Storm.
So here's the thing, right? As an Asian dude who grew up in Asia, who fell in with American comic books, I could not relate to any one of them because no one looked like me. The only character that even looked like me back then was Shang-Chi. And I was so tired of the stereotypical, like, you know Kung Fu? Wait a minute, is Bruce Lee your daddy? I'm like, just because my name is Lee? And the answer is, yes, he was. Motherfucker, so back off.
Oh, but you don't have a favorite, like their powers, or you're impressed with that character?
You know what I loved about the X-Men? I think it wasn't that I was impressed with one of them. I always loved the team dynamics. I always loved the fact that they were like mutants, underrepresented, you know, minorities, if you will, rising up. I think what I liked about the X-Men more than the heroes is that they always had the coolest villains. The villains were just so cool. Like, I got into the X-Men relatively late. I think it was like late high school because a friend of mine, I was living in Taiwan at the time, and a friend of mine sent me comic books from the U.S. and it was just a bunch of one-off random ones, right? Never any complete storyline. But the one that was so awesome, and I wish I kept it because I'm sure they're worth a lot of money at this point. Mark Silverstreet was the artist, and it was the Mutant Massacre. It was around the Mutant Massacre time, all the way up to like when the Goblin Queen came along. X-Men went through some sort of portal into the Outlands, if you will. Like, none of this makes any sense to you, but
Yes.
like X-Men fans know, like, that was probably one of the best runs for the X-Men, and the enemies they would fight, so freaking awesome.